What up, y'all? It's Rich.
And Corey, as always, at I See You Eavesdropping.
And without further ado, it's time to start eavesdropping.
For now, I'm found, but I lost it. This time, it's never right when you lost in nostalgia. Goodbye, for now, I'm found, but I lost it. This time, it's never right when
so here's the thing.
Lost in nostalgia.
Say, yeah. Got my city with this hip-hop. I'm truly infamous, you just did it, they get clout. Boy, you had me now with your little spot. I shine dip on my right wrist, never tick-tock. Spread love on niggas kick rocks. I swear for God, I'ma buy a lot of them thick socks. Y'all lunching, apply pressure, they start ducking you. I am diva, when I be leaving, they finna talk again. I'm black and I'm proud of it, the District Columbia. Been dissed by a dozen niggas that never been out of it. I really was out shit, my shit was at madness. My shit was at all days in hobo and nausea. I'm local, I'm gossip. I'm global, you gossip. Too much on these blogs, hogging your mama good Wi-Fi. Ain't no bullshit. At least I upgraded to 5G. You're gonna be there all motherfucker.
Everything you need is mine. Everything you dreamed of is mine.
Episode 17, I See You Eavesdropping. What up, y'all? It's Rich.
Corey in here as always, about to get it in.
Glad that y'all joining us today, Hope y'all week's been going well. How about you, Corey? How you been?
Man, it's been a week, man. I'm not gonna get into the specifics. Of course but
Yeah.
It has surely been a week, but as always, man, I'm glad to be here. We all have our trials and tribulations, and that's why we have drinks and chop-up sessions. You feel me?
Oh, yeah. You had some, interesting bourbon. Care to expand a little bit on what that was?
So, here's the thing. We have Stillhouse. It's a new bourbon maker, America's finest, as they claim. And I'll say this black bourbon, which is the one I'm drinking now, was strong as hell. So, not for the faint of heart. Absolutely not. But it's actually pretty good. I actually went through it a little bit faster than I expected. Just had a little bit of bitters in it. A little bit of brown sugar. Kept it classy. Nice block of ice. Yeah, we usually do. So, I actually recommend trying it. It's it kind of warns you by the packaging itself. I mean, it looks like it's in what could be a kerosene or gasoline can. So that by itself tells you they're not playing around. So, I mean, if you want to try it, check it out. I'll surely get through the rest of this at some point in time, but I'm pretty sure it's going to last for a while because I won't be drinking this fast. But that's what I'm sipping on.
Yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, this nigga about to put some ribs on the grill? But then you drank it. I'm like, well, the packaging is interesting. It is inviting. And it also makes you question, like, hey, what's up with that shit? So
yeah, that's exactly how I bought it. Like, the packaging alone drew me in. So I will say that's definitely good marketing. But if you're not a little bit afraid, I would suggest making sure that you check that out. And I will say that in addition to that, though, because I did notice this in the store, they have different flavors of bourbon, which is something else I thought was new. So they got apple crisps, they got original whiskey, they got peach tea, coconut, mint chip, and spice cherry. These are bourbon flavors, and they usually don't do flavored bourbon. You might have like a honey flavor or something like that, but usually most whiskeys, they don't do it. So that is something new too. We'll see how that goes. I think they're trying to make this appeal to the younger crowd that's usually not bourbon drinkers. You know, the ones that stick to the rum and the vodka and etc. But They're trying to break new ground here. We'll see how they do.
Mint chip. Like the apple crisp sounds like it works. So is the peach tea.
That peach tea might be interesting.
That peach tea might be good, but that apple, but the mint. I don't know how I feel about mint.
Mint bourbon, I can't do that.
Yeah, other stuff, especially if you mix it with like some ginger or like some apple juice or whatever. The other shits I can see working nicely, or some lemonade.
Oh, lemonade. Maybe they should have done a slightly lemonade flavored bourbon. That would have been banging.
When are you gonna have your? When are you gonna create your the drink menu for ICU Eavesdropping fans? Like recipe book, man.
I actually been working on that. So I was looking at putting the Marquita in the book. I know you remember the Marquita, the rooftop drink.
I do.
A cross between a margarita and a mojito. Of course, the Dynasty Old Fashioned goes in there, but I gotta find a bourbon to substitute. Although, after doing some additional research, I found there might be a couple of locations I can get some Hibiki online, so I might be snatching a few bottles of that just to be on the safe side. But once the Hibiki's gone, we'll try to do the same thing with the Nicki Japanese whiskey. Got a couple other ideas in the mix that I want to try, but yeah, I will be dropping an ICU Eavesdropping drink menu pretty soon. So stay tuned. That'll be coming. I'll let y'all know when I drop that.
And it's been like what? Since us not recording in the same location anymore. It's been like what? It's been over a month, right?
Yeah. I got back down here late July. We're well into late October at this point. So it's been a little bit over a month. We went a pretty good 3-4 weeks without putting anything down. Mm-hmm. And we got back up and flowing. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a minute, but at the same time, I think we got back into the groove pretty good.
Yeah, and if anything, I'm looking to increase the frequency. So.
Oh, absolutely, and that's what we're gonna absolutely do. So, be on the lookout for what we have coming next. I don't see you sipping over there. See, now that's a problem.
I mean, I have a little water right now. I have to
see. Here's the problem for the viewers. Here's why this is the problem. How many episodes did we record when I was in DC where water was the primary drink of consumption?
Never one.
Not even the first one. Not even the very first one.
Never one.
So, I got to work on that too, man. We got to find a way to get Richard Washington, RW Photography back in the game because this drinking water, I'm all about being hydrated. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking around with a gallon of water all day. But, I mean, that's not how we usually do it. I don't get a homie a pass, though. I don't get a homie a pass on the agua. But
it's not acceptable, though, moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to throw that out there. But,
Noted.
Viewers, this is
I apologize. I apologize to my co-host and to the viewers for.
Don't take this for him. Don't allow him to do me like this. If you all care about me, don't allow him to do this to me. I'm being very selfish right now. I got to get up and go to work tomorrow just like he got to get up and go to work tomorrow. But only one of us is drinking.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
This won't happen again.
Okay.
Deepest apologies to you, Corey.
I appreciate it.
So let's get into the shits. I think it's 2 weeks. There's been some interesting stuff that's happened. I think one that we haven't talked about yet, though, but happened a couple weeks ago, was Cardi B and Nicki Minaj running at the New York Fashion Week, where everyone knows, but just quickly recapping, there's been a year-long, at minimum, beef, I guess, between the two. Where Nicki's been sending shots, and I guess Cardi's been trying not to, but probably subliminally sending shots. And they finally, were in the same building, same room. And Cardi asked Nicki what was up, and then Nicki's goons stepped in and threw a shoe at her. Well, it wasn't even her goons threw it. It was the security guard. It was Nicki's security guard was responsible for the knot that was on Cardi's head. So my question for you, Corey, is who do you think that Cardi was right for, saying one day we're going to meet and you're going to have to back up these words, or do you think Cardi should know better and not act like that at this stage?
I think career-wise, it probably wasn't a wise move, right? So, yeah, that makes you look some type of way. Yeah, probably didn't have to come to that when you're all in nice gowns and at a formal event. But there's also the flip side of that, right? Because me personally, I can't even say me personally. I think collectively, we weren't like die-hard Cardi fans. You know what I mean? Like, Cardi had some hits. Migos certainly dropped some things on the track. Had great production, but it always been like, especially lyrically, Cardi and Nicki have been in almost separate genres. I hate to even put it that way, but that's almost how I feel. So I never really compared the two when it came down to music, because if I'm listening to them, I'm listening to them for two different reasons. But for them to beef or whatever, it kind of caught me off guard, because one, there's nothing that says we can't like both of them, and two, like, I was a little confused about the beef because one, any of us, we don't know the background, but it didn't seem like Cardi had a beef with Nicki, and then Nicki came out and she didn't throw jabs. She threw straight haymakers. You know what I'm saying? Like she took some serious shots. So like I would usually say, and I still stand on that you probably shouldn't do that in that environment, in that context. However, I'm about to drop a but, which negates everything I said before that. From what I understand, and I could be wrong, I've heard several versions of the story. I heard something was said about the woman's kid. Right? I don't know how true that is. So then I had to step back and kind of take a look at it from the perspective of a parent, right? So like if you anybody know me, you disrespect my son anywhere. We could be at church, I could be at my wedding, I could be in a baptismal pool and head from the audience like I'm coming to get you. You know what I mean? Like I'm coming to get you. That's just all there is to it. I can be the most refined gentleman, in front of a bunch of people briefing, doing whatever I got going. Somebody could walk in the room and say something that I don't find appealing about Adonis Purdue.
Yeah.
And you gon' catch this smoke. You know what I mean? So it's like, on one hand, I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, you got a bunch of classy people, or supposed to be classy people, dressed up real nice at a formal event, trying to check out fashion, have a good time, and you have a fight. And if something was said about a kid, like, it makes me kind of lean toward Cardi simply because Cardi's always been Cardi, right?
Yes.
Cardi ain't never tried to hide her level of ratchetness. She ain't never tried to hide where she came from. She ain't never tried to hide how she got there. And she most definitely have not tried to hide that she is about that life, right? So my thing is,
facts.
Especially with the amount of beef that's going on in music right now for some reason, she like, all right, this not just music no more. You're going to talk all that stuff on the track. Let's see what you're really about. All right. And then, Nicki, she backed off. Like, she didn't answer the call. She was like, I ain't getting my hands dirty.
Yeah. After all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I got goons for that. And she dropped some hard tracks, man. And if it was just about the tracks, I'd be like, yeah, let's leave it in music. But if something was in fact said about the kid, well, I can't really have no sympathy for you. You kind of got to catch the hands. But that's just me, man. How you think about it, man?
See, and I've had arguments with people with this as well. Like, I totally get and largely agree with the point that, when you reach a certain status, you can't do things that jeopardize that status and future, profitability of your brand. And you also, the circles that you're trying to enter that don't look too kindly upon that kind of behavior. But there's also, I respect people who keep the same energy. Yeah. When you see someone, and like as you already said, Cardi has never lied to us about who she is. Never said that she was any different. Never said she was above any of this.
Right.
And I think if out of the two of them, I think she's took the high road on a lot of this beef. And looking at how Nicki reacts to other people, You know, she talks to people like they're worthless. You know, she's